Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the open book. It has been a while, and I know I have missed you all. I hope that you all have missed us. We are in for a treat tonight. Thank you all that are joining us on Zoom tonight. We have some guests tonight on Zoom. And those of you who are on Zoom, if you could stay muted tonight, that really helps us with the live and everything, but we welcome our special guest tonight on Zoom. And also those of you who are here on our Facebook Live, go ahead and like and share this video on your pages because we are in for a treat. We have someone on here that I, affectionately call sister because we've known each other for a number of years, at least over 12 to 15 years. And we met at Dayspring Family Church. And so I just got accustomed to calling her Sister Phyllis. And when I tell you, she does everything, okay? There is I will probably say no choir director like her because she knows how to direct a choir. But y'all, I am so excited to have her on here because she not only loves God, and she'll tell you about herself, but she not only loves God, but she has been an author. She has businesses and all types of things that are happening in her life right now. And we want to hear about all of these awesome things tonight. And y'all, our theme tonight is keep it clean. As you all know, we have been in a pandemic, and that's actually one of the questions we're going to ask her tonight is, are we really out of this pandemic? Okay. But one thing that she's going to share with us are some tips on how to keep it clean, how to stay clean during this time as we transition out of a pandemic in her new book. And so without further ado, welcome, Sister Phyllis Carter-Riles to the open book.
Hey. How you doing, Keisha? Look, Keisha, boo, baby girl, all that. You're right. I've known you a long time, and this is so exciting for me. Oh my gosh, thank you for inviting us here. And I say us because I didn't come alone. I have Dr. Sandy Tizer as well as Ginger, the clean paws dog right here with me. So I'm excited about this opportunity.
Oh my gosh, we're excited too. Now tell us first of all, and y'all can during this show tonight, feel free to like, comment, okay, and we'll read your questions that you have. And even if you're on the Zoom, you can feel free to put questions as well. So Sister Phyllis, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Phyllis Carter-Riles, and I am a registered nurse, been a nurse for over 32 years. I started my career as a labor and delivery nurse. And so it's interesting as I look back, as the song says, as I look back over my life and I think about even how I started my career as someone who helped to bring into the earth realm people's visions, their hopes, their dreams in the form of a baby, that how even then God was preparing me to help usher in his plans even then. And so I've always been someone who loved education, love teaching, love inspiring, love mentoring. I've always been that person. In fact, I often say about myself, I laughingly say about myself that I would teach underwater basket weaving if I only knew how to swim. I love it. I love. And what is teaching? Teaching is nothing but mentoring and imparting. That's what it is. And so I've always been that person. And so over these last 32 years, I've had the blessing in my career to do all kinds of fun things. However, in the last almost 10 years, I had an amazing privilege to be given an opportunity to learn infection prevention or infection control, many people, lay people particularly call it. And that took my life and turned it upside down. Honestly, it became something about myself that I didn't know was missing. It became a love that I didn't even know that I had that was missing. I was able to marry my clinical knowledge with my love for God's people, my love for people, my love to teach, and make it this one big, wonderful something that I adore to this day. So that's my career in a nutshell. I am still serving in that capacity. I am the Senior Director of Infection Prevention at a wonderfully nice sized facility. And I'm just excited to be here.
That is awesome. Oh my goodness. So, oh, we have another guest coming in. Thank you for joining us on Zoom. Welcome, guest. Okay, so during this pandemic, and that was some great news, you thought of some very creative things to do with trying to get that message across to others to keep it clean. Now, because I want to get your inspiration for turning this into a children's book, because my thing was some of the things I would say, you know, adults are not doing, as far as covering their mouths and things of that sort when we're sneezing and when we're coughing. And so I would have thought maybe you write a book, you know, to adults, how to, you know, keep it clean. But you decided to do a children's book. So what inspired you to turn your first book, Clean Paws or Safe Paws, into a children's book?
Well, like I said, I love teaching. That's who I am. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher's teacher. And along with the fact that I absolutely love, like I was saying a minute ago, I found the part of me that I didn't realize was missing, and that was infection prevention. It all kind of came together. So during the pandemic, I was able to pivot. At that time, you can use your phone. I'm sorry, y'all. I got my cameraman. My cameraman just came in the room, so I had to give him a little instructions. I was able to pivot a little bit at that time from a facility that I was with to begin to do just what you said, began to nurture some of those other things that were deep down inside of me. I call it my adventure. I went on an adventure for almost 3 years. And one of those things, a great mentor of mine asked me one day, what is it that you want? What else do you want to do? What do you want to do? And out of my mouth came, I want to write a book. It just came out of my mouth. I want to write a book. And he said, about what? And I said, hand washing. Again, it just came out of my mouth. It wasn't something, I can't say that I tossed and turned about it, you know, night after night. I kept thinking one day I'm going to write a hand washing book. I did not. It just came out of my mouth. And so that lets me know that that was God's will that was coming up and out of me. And so wrote this book. Not only did I write the book, I developed a coloring book as well as an activity book that goes along with it. I call it a trilogy. It's three books, and so that's how the book was born. Being board certified in infection prevention, or just being a nurse in general, one fact that will never be refuted is this: the number one way to prevent the spread of infection is by hand washing. Period. End of discussion. I don't care who refutes it, as they say, fight me, okay? Fight me. You prove to me that washing your hands does not decrease your chances of getting infection, and I will definitely go toe to toe with you on that. And you're right. You said something very profound. You'd be surprised how many adults do not. But let me put something on your thinking real quick. Think about way back to the beginning of the pandemic, when everybody was afraid for their lives. We didn't know what this thing was happening. Was this the end time? We didn't know. Was Jesus getting ready to crack the sky? We did not know what this thing was. And people were willing to listen and do just about anything that medical people said, and even some stuff that the medical people did not say. And we won't go into some of the crazy stuff like the bleach and all that. We're not going to go there. We're just not going to do it. We're going to keep it up here. We're going to keep it up. Our former president's wife said, when they go low, you stay high. So we're going to stay high. We're not going to go there. But even then, when you think about it, the things that are happening now that are resurfacing now, RSV, respiratory syncytial virus is going crazy. Flu is back saying, hey, hey, yes, influenza, baby. All of those things are back and with a vengeance. But for that first year and a half or so, you didn't hear anything about the flu. You want to know why? I'll tell you. I'm so glad you asked. Because we as a whole, people were washing their hands. They were washing their hands, wearing their masks, staying away from people, distancing themselves socially as well as non-socially. They were using what we call good infection prevention. It's nothing magical. Wash your hands. One of the biggest moments in this thing that really disturbed me, Keisha, honestly, was the day that I went into Walmart and the boxes upon boxes upon boxes of hand sanitizers and disinfectant wipes were on clearance. I could not believe my eyes. As we know, this thing became politicized. And millions of people have lost their lives because we politicized something that was a public health and still is a public health emergency. Now, your question is where are we in this thing? I will honestly tell you, we are closer to the end of this thing than we have ever been. We are where literally is called endemic versus pandemic. The CDC has not officially closed the books and say, okay, it is now endemic, but they are very close to doing that. Why? Because we have gotten our hands around this thing, like it or not. Vaccinations and things are commonplace, even though as a group of people, we live in Texas, we know we fought it in Texas. Well, they fought it in Texas. Those things have come to bear, and that's why we are at a place now that we are unmasking, but we're also reverting back to those bad habits. We're not washing our hands. And so why a children's book and not an adult book? It's a children's book. Children are eager. They love anything fun. Our phrase is, we are teaching healthy habits through fun, friendship, and facts. And so the Clean Paws Squad with Ginger, here she is, I'm gonna put her on so you can see her. Ginger, the Clean Paws dog, here she is. Hey, Lakeisha, hey, Lakeisha. She will also be teaching more than just hand washing. She and her sidekick, Dr. Sandy Tizer, will be teaching other health and wellness types things for children. How to handle conflict, how to handle bullies, how to brush your teeth, how to be a good citizen, right? How did I say handle bullies? How to handle bullies, how to be a good listener to your parents. So that's what we're gonna do. The Clean Paws Squad has been developed and thought through very similar to the Mickey Mouse Club. Remember Mickey Mouse Club back in the day? It's gonna be very similar to that. So
I love it.
You see her good? Yes, that's Ginger.
That is so cute. I told y'all she has a wealth of information. Anytime I have a question about things health related, I have a few nurses that I inbox, and she can tell you if I have questions, I have inboxed or text her. But I totally agree with you on the protocols that have gone lax. Like you said at the beginning, and I paid attention to this. People were wiping down the baskets. Now everyone's just grabbing the basket. I take my own Clorox wipe in there with me, so I have it in my hand from the car, and I take it and wipe it down. I still do my mask, things of that sort. So I think that kept a handle on it. And then, like you said, things just started slowly getting laxed, and now these things are out of control. And how true is it that some people are saying that because we wore the mask for so long, that now our bodies are more prone to get things at a higher rate because we're now taking them off? Have you heard of anything like that?
I have not seen nor heard any science that proves such a thing. You know, as people, we are conspiracy theorists. I have not. In fact, people, in the healthcare wear masks all the time.
Right.
People who have family members who have oncological problems have worn masks forever. You can remember, if you think back to it years and years ago, you would see somebody in the store with a mask on, right? You remember that? And that was way before, and people would look at them and go, oh, they must be sick. Yeah, they're trying to protect themselves against the germs. So I want to say I can neither confirm nor deny that, but I'm going to lean more on the side of I deny that. I have not heard that. I have not heard anything that supports the fact that we wore masks and therefore our immune systems have been crippled.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that question just came to me when you were talking about that. And then your puppet, that part, did you design that puppet? Because y'all, she has a real puppy. Ginger is her real puppy. And I think Ginger was in there with you earlier.
She was. I had to put her out. Ginger doesn't know how to necessarily keep her. And can you see Dr. Sandy Tizer? So I have the background on, so sometimes it's a little difficult. Can you see her?
Yes.
So this is Dr. Sandy Tizer. And so they're sidekicks. Why did I come up with that?
No, like did you design the puppets, or how they look and the names and so forth?
I did. Again, I'm telling you, hopefully most of your viewers are believers and they'll understand how this happens. But literally, I promise you, this was not a pre-thought. I did not have a pre-thought. I sat down, and even after I had spoken to my mentor, my friend, about what I wanted to do, I still didn't quickly just go boom and start working on it. I didn't. Just one day, I heard, okay, sit down and start writing. And I sat down and I began to write. How Ginger and Dr. Sandy Tizer became the stars was, again, it was prophetic. It all came to me prophetically. I'll just say it that way. But wait, something more that you may not know yet, because you haven't gotten your books yet, they're on their way, that you may not know is, and I didn't plan this either, but as I began to write, and I got to the little characters in the book, every one of the children in this classroom. So let me back up a little bit. So in Clean Paws or Safe Paws, Dr. Sandy Tizer and Ginger, the talking dog, go to this classroom, the classroom of Mrs. Green. Mrs. Green is my daughter Tamika. And in her classroom were 6 little children. And as I was writing this script, each one of those children is named after one of our grandchildren. And to make it even more precious,
that is so creative.
Mrs. Green is expecting in this book. Guess who the baby she's expecting is? It's our youngest grandchild, who's a year old now.
What? So wait, let me ask you this question. So before, okay, I don't know if that's too personal, but was the baby already, was she already pregnant when you wrote this? Or
yes, no, I did not. That's a good question. No, I did not prophetically pronounce this baby into the world.
Shout out to you, she's watching.
Yes, shout out to Mika. When she sees my assistant here, my eldest, who will be 16 tomorrow. Woo-hoo, shout out to Esther Jeremiah. She'll either see his work or she'll see your replay. Yeah, but no, I did not prophetically call her into the earth realm. That was between Mr. and Mrs. Green, and we're gonna leave that right there.
I love it. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. I can't wait to get our books because we ordered them as well. So you went from writing the book, Safe Paws or Clean. Do I ever write Clean Paws or Safe Paws? Okay.
Safe Paws are Clean Paws.
Okay, Safe
Clean Paws or Safe Paws. I'm sorry. You got me confused. Clean Paws.
I promise we know what we're doing.
Yes.
Okay, say it again. I'm sorry.
Clean Paws are Safe Paws.
Okay, got it. Okay, so but then it went from that to an ebook. So you wrote an ebook. Tell us more about that.
So I wrote an ebook. A friend of mine had was having a Halloween, a boo bash She's a nurse practitioner here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so she was having a boo bash and she was looking for vendors. And I was like, oh, anytime I get a chance to go out and talk about the books, but more importantly, talk about the message of the book. I'm all about that. So any chance I get to vend, I'm always about that. And so as we were talking, she said, oh, and you could do a reading, because her children are, I would call them, especially her daughter. She is the #1 fan of Dr. Sandy Tizer. What I love most, a little piece of the story about this little girl. What I love most about her is, and it shows how smart kids are, she was able to translate that puppet, that image in that book to me. She realized that I am Dr. Sandy Tizer. So when she sees me, she doesn't call me Miss Phyllis. She calls me Dr. Sandy Tizer, period. Whether I have on the green scrubs like the doll or not. And the day that she realized that her mother was friends with Dr. Sandy Tizer, oh my goodness. Talk about fangirl vibes. It's the cutest little thing. So what it does, it shows that children are super smart. And so, we forget the fact that they have all the brilliance in them already. We just got to pull it out of it. Our job is to train them up. That's what our job is. So I think I got lost. I don't remember where I was going. What was the question? I got excited about talking about my baby.
You're okay. We were talking about just basically how you started the ebook. And so,
yes, I got it. And so I was going to her event. And so she asked me to read. And I probably, when she asked me, she was asking me to read from Clean Paws or Safe Paws. And then she said, and you can talk about safe and fun things, how to be safe and fun during Halloween and trick-or-treating. And so that's how the ebook was born.
And someone, my friend Katrina, she's on Facebook Live, and she commented, it's easier to get children to bring them in first and get them started on something. So I love that point. So do you go to different schools and share this information?
I have not began to do that because I'm looking for that opportunity. So anybody out there that can help me and get me some opportunities to get into the schools, absolutely, that's what I want to do. Working on some curriculum as we speak to get this into the hands of the teachers so that they can teach it the way it was intended. And so, because it's not just go wash your hands. There is a method to it. 20 seconds. And that reminds me of the song. I wish I had asked you to cue up the song. The amazing thing about the song is the book is that it has an original song in it. There is an original song that was written by myself, and the lyrics were sung by my daughter-in-law, Danae Doherty Zollicoffer, and the music by my son, Joel Zollicoffer. So it's over here, it's a whole family affair. It's a family thing. I realize that this is the legacy that I'm leaving for my children's children. And so more to come, more to come.
Hey, and you know what? I was telling someone it gives you the chance to leave a legacy, as we're preparing, everyone has their time to go, but we also, when we write books and we are creating businesses and things of that sort, we're giving the next generation something to do, something to run, wealth and so forth. So I love that you're including them in this, because when you go around to talk to different children and so forth, that is important. I mean, to really talk about this in the schools, because a lot of the sicknesses, and I know that there are children, because I was just having this conversation with someone today, is, the teacher in me, when I used to be in the classroom, I was so like, here, get some hand sanitizer, pull that mask up and so forth. Well, right now, because it's gotten so lax, my children, I still put them in masks, but they're all in each other's faces, just touching stuff, not really thinking about that. But I think something like this, a curriculum like this, will get children more aware of, okay, I need to do this before I eat, because they'll go digging their noses and so forth and just start eating off of each other's plates.
And touch things.
And touching things. I mean,
so let me say something. Let me say something about that. So what is the deal about the hands? Why is, okay, You said, Phyllis, that washing your hands is the #1 way to prevent the spread of infection. What is it about the hands? Hands are the vehicle by which the germs are transported. So you blow your nose, even if you use tissue, even if you blow into your elbow, right? And those particles get into the air, but they don't stay into the air. So yes, they're in the air, people breathe them in, but they don't stay in the air. They fall down, I like to say splat. They fall splat down on the surfaces, and people pick them up with what? Their hands. And now we rub our eyes, we rub our nose, we put our hands in our mouth, we pick up our ink pen, we have it on the pen. Can I use your pen? Sure, you can use my pen. Now they got it. Now they got it in their mouth. That's why washing your hands. If we can get this message out to the schools, I want to say your absenteeism rate will go down, right? All of those things will go down. It's healthy habits for life. That's what the Clean Paws Squad is all about.
I mean, y'all, I'm so excited about this. This is so good. It is so unique. And you don't hear a lot of people like you, when you talk about it, you're passionate about it. I can hear it. You created the puppets and so forth. So kids need to be exposed to this message. I really, really want that to happen. And so at the end, y'all, I'll show you how to order that book and show you a picture of what that looks like. So before we go there, though, we want to also highlight she's not only an author, y'all, she is an entrepreneur, okay, of her own consulting service, Phyllis C Riles Consulting. Tell us, what is that about?
That is, again, it's one of those adventures that I went on 2.5 years ago. The consulting is, what is a consultant? A consultant is someone, you know, because you started your own consultancy as well. The consultant is just like an entrepreneur, really, is someone who is poised to be the answer. So you're gonna mess around and stir me, and I'm gonna try to be good.
Don't get me started on here.
You're gonna get me stirred. I'm gonna try my best not to get stirred and go there. But an entrepreneur, a consultant, is someone who has the answer to the problem. That's all. That's it. So, did you notice? You hear the bark? They let Ginger into the room. And so if you excuse me, I'm gonna let Ginger out of the room so that she just wanted to say hello to everybody. Ginger is a real being.
Ginger is a real puppy. Oh my goodness, y'all. She was about to get me excited. That is so good. You are the answer. Because we start talking about stuff like this, y'all, there are certain problems, oh my goodness, that God has created you to be the answer.
You are the answer.
Come on now. Okay,
you're the answer to somebody's prayer. You're the answer to somebody's concern. Somebody is laying awake at night saying, why is my child missing so much school? Why is my child always, we laugh and say, oh, they're back in school, them germ magnets. No, there is an answer. There is an answer. So there's an answer to why Johnny can't read. There's an answer to why Bethany can't do math. There's an answer. There is an answer, and that's what a consultant does. That's what a teacher does. And so Phyllis C. Riles Consulting is positioned just that way, to be the answer, particularly in the healthcare arena as it relates to infection prevention. That's me. I'm the infection prevention queen. But something special happened to me during this journey that I've been on about, like I said, almost 3 years. And that is, God changed my name. God changed my name. As business owners, we have that thing, what's your value proposition? Who are you? The coaches teach you how to say, every time you talk, hey, I'm Phyllis Carter-Riles and I'm the Kingdom Nurse. But what did that mean? Because in the beginning, I used to call myself the church lady. And one day, God arrested me. He said, you're not the church lady. You are the church, because we are the church, but you're the kingdom nurse. Your responsibility is to take those 32 years of nursing experience, leverage it to bridge the gap between healthcare and kingdom care. Bam, and there you are. an intercessor, a go-between. Oh, come on, somebody. Girl, get this mic before I go. You know I'll go in.
Look, y'all, I'm over here. I had to mute myself because I'm like, come on, I'm all in the background. Oh my gosh, this is like awesome. And oh, okay. So with your consulting business, do you go, who do you basically, I should say, serve? Like, do you go to different businesses to provide that information?
I will provide it to anyone. Actually, when I first started, one of my arms of my business is infection control concepts for churches. That's where my heart truly, truly is, particularly as the pandemic began to really get revved up. I began by talking with churches and assisting them to develop plans, infection prevention plans, to help them prepare themselves for when, as I call it, when the saints come marching in. They needed to have know of different things. And so that's how I've done that. So yes, whoever that is, thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, Kingdom Nurse, that's me. I am the Kingdom's nurse. That's who I am. God changed my name. I'm proud of that. Like Abraham and Sarah, he changed my name. So yeah, so that's one of the things. And and then I'm a mentor, I'm all that. But if I could be perfectly honest with you, Lakeisha, you sometimes, let me calm myself down. You can sometimes find yourself, God will give you lots of vision. He said in Habakkuk 2, right? Write the vision, make it plain so that they that see it can run. Though it tarry, though it tarry, it's going to come to pass. So God will give you downloads of all kinds of things to do. Do this, do that, do this, go over there, go back there, go. However, everything is for an appointed time. Though it tarry, it shall come to pass. You have to remember. And so in this season, I have been given instructions, build the brand of Clean Paws, our Safe Paws, the Clean Paws Squad. May I talk a little bit about the Clean Paws Squad?
Yes,
so the Clean Paws Squad, I talked about that it is our job. It's a health and wellness program for children, but it's more than that too. It is an opportunity that the young people ages 10 and younger will get communication from Ginger and Dr. Sandy Tizer, me, bi-monthly. And yes, build a brand and just, oh, come on, whoever iPhone is. Oh, I know who iPhone is. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Y'all better preach in the Zoom.
Listen, God is faithful. And if we just hold on, our problem becomes we want to do too much too quick. Hold on. Some things have to go to another, and you got to be willing to pivot. You've got to be willing to pivot. It was essential when I heard God said, stop calling yourself the church lady. Y'all remember the church lady from which one of those crazy shows was it? Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live. Yeah, the church lady and people. But that's not who you are. You're not that person. You belong to the kingdom. The kingdom suffers violence, but the violent take it by force. There is a thing that the kingdom is responsible for doing in this time and age. So what will the Clean Paws Squad do? How does that perpetuate the kingdom? Well, first of all, it's going to teach our young people healthy habits that will take them on through life. It's going to teach them skills, hard skills, not soft skills, hard skills that they will become the adult that we wish we had now. The adult who knows how to handle conflict, the adult who knows how to deal with bullies, the adult who knows how to be respectful of others. That's what the Clean Paws Squad will do. So they'll get wonderful newsletters, they'll get a birthday greeting for their birthday and fun little things in the mail. Oh, who knows? But what I do know, one day the Clean Paws Squad is going to be on TV and it's going to have a wonderful cartoon and all those wonderful, wonderful things. I'm just like, come on, Lord, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
I'm looking forward to that because I can see that happening with this. Y'all can tell she's a minister too. Oh my goodness. We're about to have some fun and go in on this Zoom because I'm seeing some comments. Y'all may not can see the comments on Facebook, but y'all, they're preaching over here on the Zoom.
I can't even see them. Look, I'm trying to figure out how to see them. Oh my gosh, copy them and send them to me.
Okay.
So that I can respond back. God is, you know what, we often say that the children are the future. They are not. They are the church of today. They are the present, and we're responsible. You know, I'm a baby boomer. I'm proud to say it. I'm a baby boomer. And you know, we sit back and talk about, oh, there's not gonna be any social security for me. It's not gonna be who gonna take, you know, as nurses, who gonna take care of us when we get old? Listen, we have a responsibility of raising up this generation so that they are equipped and ready to take the helm. Yeah, you should be. The way some of us are raising our kids, we should be a little concerned about what it's going to be like when they're the elders. Raise them, again, I said it once, raise them up in the way that they should go. Train up a child, and train up a child does not always mean discipline. Train up a child does not just mean discipline. Train them up. What do they lean to? You know, our Bishop Dickerson tells that story. What are they leaning towards? What is it? You know, when we got hair, you remember how you train your hair? We make them edges lay down. That's called training. You train it up. You guide it. You say, this is walk this way. No. No, if you lay your hair a certain way, after a while, it'll automatically part like that because you've trained it. Train up a child in the way that it should go. And when they're old, they won't depart. They're things that we are responsible for. We have a responsibility for them. You know, that baby is cute, absolutely. And it's not just for you to brag on, look how cute my baby is. How smart is your baby gonna be? What are you putting in your baby that's gonna last them longer than that cute little outfit and them big pretty bows? Come on, somebody. Woo!
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This took a turn. But I love it, y'all. This is like real talk, like seriously. And Sister Phyllis, like you do so much. And I heard recently, I don't know if it was this year, you won some awards. I mean, y'all, she's been on fire. She new book, author, business, and now winning awards. Okay, tell us which awards you won.
God has connected me to some great organizations. In this last, y'all, I don't know if you can hear Ginger. Now she wants to get in the room, but I'm not letting her back in because she can't come in. She don't know how to act. That's why the Bible didn't say train up the dog in the way it should go, because they don't listen. I have been connected to some great organizations, one of which is the Black Nurse Entrepreneurs, a great organization, and Kingdom Business Network, another great organization. And through Kingdom Business Network, I have been connected to some movers and shakers who are kingdom entrepreneurs. And so I have won, wow, I'm trying to remember the name of the two awards. One was Motivator of the Year, and it was something else of the year. I can't remember, Keisha, you caught me off guard on that one. But yes, what I am so excited about is that when God uses you to bless people, that, you know, I met these people on Clubhouse. When I tell you that I literally laid eyes on them for the first time in September.
Oh my goodness.
And I literally laid eyes on them for the first time in September. I am one of the head intercessors for the network. I'm Mama Phyllis. So you call me Sister Phyllis, they call me Mama Phyllis. And I'm Mama Phyllis. And I love every bit of it. God has been so good. You know, there's a scripture that talks about that you would be called mother of many. So you may not, you know, the barren woman will be called the mother of many. God will bless you. He will bless you when you think, you know what happened here, what happened there. There's somebody assigned to your voice. There is somebody assigned to your voice. And in this season, my voice is assigned to the children that are 10 and under, to teach them, to show them, to encourage them in ways that they understand, by having fun, by having friends, and undergirding that all up with facts.
Oh my goodness. So you just met them, and y'all, that just shows too how God will use strangers to like be a divine connection for you, and then help you to go to another level, to do some great things that you never thought about, and you just met them in person. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
That is like awesome.
Amazing. It's
So
amazing.
I
It's
want to
amazing.
show you all how you can order Sister Phyllis's books. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Okay, I have a slide and usually just pops on up. Okay, so first of all, Sister Phyllis, tell us more about how they can follow you and how they can order your book or ebook.
I am Phyllis C Riles Consulting everywhere. So I am Phyllis C Riles Consulting on Instagram, on Facebook, even on LinkedIn. I'm Phyllis C. Even on today, I put up a TikTok, girl. I put up a TikTok.
You're better than me because I don't know how to do it yet.
I even put up a TikTok. So I got a little, I got these grandkids in the house with me today. I'm gonna have them critique me and see what else I need to do. But that's who I am. If you want to email, if you say I'm not into social media, you can email me at Phyllis C, like it's like Carter, Riles. No, I'm sorry, Phyllis at PhyllisCRilesConsulting.com.
Okay, y'all. And just to sum it up, could you give us a few tips on how to keep it clean as we are transitioning out of this pandemic? Can you give us a few tips? Any last comments also?
I go back, keep the main thing, the main thing. Keep the main thing, the main thing. Hand washing, hand washing, hand washing. Hand washing, hand washing, hand washing. Yes, avoid crowd. The people have taken up the signs off the ground. You don't have to stand this far away from people. You don't need anybody's permission to tell you to avoid people, to avoid crowds. Frankly, we should have been avoiding crowds. Again, nothing, the things that we have told and we have proven has held us and kept us during this pandemic is not anything new. This is good stuff. Remember, cover your mouth. We used to do it with our hands. Don't do it with your hands, because unless you're going to wash those hands, which you should do frequently, you need to do it in your elbow, right? If you do it with tissue, you need to throw that tissue away. And again, wash your hands. 20 seconds. Now germ-free, as the song was said. Go get that song. Keisha, I'm going to, how can I do that? Can I send that to you and then you post it with the replay?
Yes, I could do that.
I will do that because it's an amazing song. It's a sing-along, and it talks about how to wash your hands. Front and back and in between. 20 seconds, now germ-free. Now, it's just like, it's to the tune of the ABCs, actually. So
now, is it on YouTube or is it on Facebook?
The song?
Yes, the song.
I have it. I can just send it to you and you can link it.
Oh, okay.
I can send you the link.
Do that.
I'll send you the link. Yes. No, we have not started a YouTube channel. That's next.
Okay.
You're being prophetic now. You're confirming. You're being confirmatory.
Come on now.
That's what's coming next. And then a Pinterest channel even.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. Okay. So hand washing, again, the number one way to prevent the spread of infection is via hand washing, period. So, people say, well, what about hand sanitizer? 99.9% of the germs all listed there. Absolutely right. Use the hand sanitizer if you can't get to soap and water. Absolutely. If you're sick, stay home. If you're sick, and I know how hard it is. Last week I had a little little viral thing, and I didn't even want to stay home. I get it, but you need to stay home. You need to stay home. I think that's it.
Okay, well, we thank you so much for being our special guest. Y'all make sure you go on there and purchase her books. If you need her consulting service, please also email her. She gave you her email address. And y'all, we are trying to make sure that this gets into schools, because we need our young children to get wind of this information and really just learn these protocols and how to just keep clean, because it starts with them and they bring things home and so forth, and then it can go vice versa. Not to put all the blame on the kiddos, but yeah, we get it. But Sister Phyllis, thank you so much for being our special guest tonight at the Open Book, y'all. We had a blast. We hope y'all had a blast. I saw your comments. Thank you to our Zoom participants and the ones on Facebook Live. Thank y'all for sharing the video as well. Join us next week. Be on the lookout for more information for our open book. Next week, we'll have 2 special guests on there as well. And we will see you all later. We hope you all have a great evening. And thank you for joining us tonight. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.